trendsetter is someone who, to use a tired cliche, marches to the beat of a different drummer or their own drum. Not concerned with what is, I guess, popular culture is using to tell them how to dress, how to talk, what type of music they listen to. They just do their own thing and follow their heart and their passion.
I personally don't believe in trends. I believe that everybody should be accountable to their own specific style. Unfortunately, I believe also that people happen to be cows. So the first thing that happens to be comfortable to whatever they feel comfortable with doing with themselves becomes trendy.
I would find myself a trendsetter because I don't conform to the norm. I'm a very eclectic, out-of-the-box thinker, and I just feel it's my duty to be as colorful and creative as possible when dealing with the DMV area, dealing with minorities, dealing with business success, and becoming a young minority professional.
Just like doing my own thing.
Already we've begun to do this with this little handshake that we got that they keep trying to copy, and we keep improving on. And when they go and get their hair fluffed out, we braid ours. We're doing our own thing.
People are inclined to following something or someone. It's just convenient because it takes a thought away from what you're doing. Most of the time, it's not necessarily a trendy situation, but it's just a matter of people doing whatever feels comfortable. Like, okay, this person's doing this. I like that, so I want to emulate it. But a trendsetter, according to the standards of what a trendsetter would be, is not necessarily that goes against the grain. A Kanye West, a Jay-Z, a Biggie. Biggie was not an attractive male by society standards, but because of his comfort within a level of himself, he became a sex symbol for not only large men, but not attractive men. And so with that, it became big and unsexy, but slick with it.
The media, which includes the music record companies, motion picture companies, they dictate what's hot.
I guess you would say society, magazines and commercials and whack reality shows tell you what's attractive and what's appropriate and how a woman should look and what's gorgeous. I disagree.
The youth, will pick up trends off of the radio and off of videos, and then they will, disperse those trends throughout their community, and I guess that's how a lot of fashion spreads.
My name is T.I., owner and CEO of Wonky Enterprises, LLC, which is a professional services consulting firm in the DMV. Because I've always lived an eclectic lifestyle, and I'm the single mom of 3, I was able to transcend my creative nature and abilities and artistic capabilities to my children. So what we're currently doing is working on the clothing line. Now, we're not really sure, and when I say we, I mean myself and my daughters. They're really eclectic, they're really colorful, they live out of the box kind of thing, they're out of the box thinkers. So I was able to at least mentor my children enough so they won't live in bondage within their own minds, and they can explore themselves and explore the world creatively. They can look at colors and not be afraid to mix, the pink with the red or the yellow with the green, or wear some color, some clothes that, aren't quote unquote matching, and or, some of the trends might cross each other, like maybe plaids and stripes, or, I wear circles and stripes as well. And I wear them in corporate America, but I make sure it's classy and tasteful. I try not to jump too far out in terms of matching my trends and my eclecticism with the professional environment. And the way that I do that, the only way that I've done that so far, is through my hair. So this is the way that I can maintain my minority status, my whole DMV, I guess, persona, if you will, and be myself at the same time. You'll never be me.
I wear scrubs, that's my thing. Something different, you know, nobody else do it. It's something that represents me. I like to step outside the norm, step outside the box sometimes, do my own thing. It's comfortable. I like the way they look, I like the way they feel. It's me. I'm just all about trying to start my own trend with it, you know.
That's all fashions ever follow. That's all styles ever follow. People that are strong enough to be individuals. If you're strong enough to be an individual and you're strong enough to make something tick, then sooner or later it'll click in the minds of the masses, because, like I said, masses unfortunately are cattle because most people don't want to have to think too deeply. They want to do what is the norm of society.
Just everything that the average person is really into in terms of fashion and music is a complete turnoff to me. There's so many things that set me apart from everybody else. Not saying I'm above everybody else, but in terms of, you know, my personal likes and dislikes versus everyone else's.
I'm comfortable enough to wear this fucking cockeyed cowboy hat and a fucking Snoopy t-shirt from the Halloween edition, and you can't stop me. I'm okay with that. You can crack jokes, but your girl might not. But those that stand on the fringe are willing to be accountable to their own beliefs and their own standards. And it doesn't really make a difference. I don't care if nobody ever wears this hat. I didn't buy it for you. In fact, one time I was walking the Silver Spring subway station with my boy Deuce and my kid's mom and my two kids. Whew, my hat flew off and I didn't even see where it went. It went over into a fucking construction site. And I wanted to crawl over the fence to go get it. I was pissed. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 or 4 people like, it went that way. I'm like, shit. I'm trying to find a way into the gate to go get my hat. And I realized there was no way inside there. I'm sitting out there for like 5 minutes. People like, baby, you're not going to get that hat back. I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I went and bought the same damn hat because I wanted it. It's weird. It's not really cool. But it's cool to me. And I'm comfortable with that. That's a trendsetter. That's a style setter. Because that's me being me. If you do something that's comfortable within your own skin, then it feels like your skin and people can smell it. I've had people wear the same thing that I wore and they've been told, you look whack, you look like some bullshit, but then they'll come to me with the same thing and be like, you know, that's fitting of you. That's the difference.